If there's one place known for its barbecue, it's Austin, Texas.
And we're here for the brisket, the ribs, and probably the meat sweats.
I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good. I'm kind of speechless. Welcome to Austin.
We're going to 4 of the best barbecue spots in Austin, Texas. Now, what do you think we will be doing to measure the bestness of said barbecue?
On this trip, we're looking at 3 main things when we're talking about barbecue.
All right.
We're looking for bark.
Yep.
We're looking for tenderness.
Definitely.
And we're looking for juiciness.
Yo.
So, there are a lot of things that go into barbecue, but those are the 3 main things we're looking at. And we're going to be trying brisket,
Definitely.
obviously.
Yep.
We're trying the ribs.
Ooh, ribs.
And the sausage, which is my favorite.
All right, maybe get a little coleslaw or potato salad or beans in the mix, please.
Mac and cheese, maybe. All right, we're going to Louis Miller first, so let's go.
Let's do it. I thought you said go this way. Louis Miller has been smoking some of the best barbecue in Texas since 1949.
Located in Taylor, Texas, many people refer to it as the Cathedral of Smoke.
Central Texas barbecue is very unique. We use offset smokers. We use a lot of post oak wood, but we're really beef-centric. It's that combination, utilizing convection heat rather than radiant heat, that creates a cooked meat that doesn't have to be chopped, sauced, and bunned, but can actually be sliced out similar to, say, prime rib. It's sort of that engineering and technology that has allowed brisket to become sort of the calling card of Central Texas barbecue.
It's the best barbecue in Texas. The first time I ate here, I had a sausage. First time I ever had barbecue. I bit the sausage, squirted all over me. Best sausage I ever ate, best brisket I ever ate. I'm gonna come here until I hit the dirt. You get all that?
What makes great barbecue? Great food, great atmosphere, great service. As soon as you walk in, not only are the optics there, but your sense of smell is being overwhelmed by smoke, different types of fats that are being cooked, rendered, and emanating from our pits. For our small Central Texas meat market tradition, it's really about the beef, it's about the smoke, it's about the simple seasoning, and it's about the love that goes into it.
Everyone says it's like their dad's favorite. It's like old school, classic Texas style barbecue.
I just want to get in the meat. When he's talking in the interview, all this meat just salt and pepper, right?
Yep.
I'll go pre-sauce.
Yeah, I'm gonna go no sauce because that's just the way it should be.
It's amazing how much flavor just the salt and the pepper can bring out of this meat.
It's like brisket candy, almost.
Yeah.
The sausage, I am so excited for. I love beef sausage.
Whoa.
Sausage is the sleeper of barbecue. People need to realize it's not grocery store sausage. It's far from it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The casing has this really nice snap to it.
Yeah.
And that's like what I look for in sausage specifically. Like, you're gonna get food all over your shirt during
No, I'm
this.
not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. One thing we discovered is that Louis Miller is one of the few places that serves beef ribs every single day.
Yeah, most places only serve them on the weekends.
Look at this. How beautiful does that look? That looks so tender. It's so soft.
And like, I know I'm not supposed to play with my food, but how can you resist?
It's too big of a piece. Hello.
Do you see the beauty and the majesty that's involved in this process? I'm obsessed with barbecue. This is stop number 1, and I don't know how we're gonna top this.
Can't imagine the other brisket being better than this.
Should we have some potato salad for dessert?
Yeah. Another day, another barbecue joint.
This time, it's Micklethwait Craft Meats, right in the heart of Austin.
All right, we are on our way to Micklethwait.
Micklethwait. There is an H, but it's Micklethwait.
It's completely outdoors. It's kind of hot.
Hot as hell.
Yeah, but some say it is the sleeper hit best BBQ in Austin, so we have to go.
Yep, ready to do it. Cruise in the back.
Yep. You guys hungry? Yeah.
We're here because our friends brought us here to celebrate my birthday. This is tremendous. It's incredible. It's so good. So good.
I'm not sure Sydney and I were ready for the heat when we got to the trailer.
I'm like sweating more. The meat sweats are happening.
Yeah. Hand me a napkin, please.
Do a little dab. It's a schwitz.
You just sweat it. It gets hot in the pit, 130 degrees in the summer in there, so Texas summer, get used to it. I think the defining thing that I really believe you cannot have good barbecue without is cooking with wood. To me, that's like the one thing, is if you say you're not cooking with wood, then it's probably not, I don't think it's gonna be good.
Obviously, Tom and his team use post oak for their barbecue.
And while they have the standard brisket, ribs, and sausage, they also have a lot more.
We're talking beef cheek barbacoa, smoked chicken, and pork shoulder.
And don't forget the sides. They have everything from cheesy grits to Frito pie to healthier options like kale coleslaw, roasted beet salad, and who cares it doesn't have cheese on it.
Okay.
That's it.
Let's start with brisket. And what's funny about the brisket that I've noticed is that you really don't even need a fork. It just kind of like falls apart. Do you see?
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
It's so tender.
You know what I like about it is that it's not super salty. The bark is perfectly seasoned.
It's so subtle that the fattiness of the meat that's melted all together just gives like this creamier taste.
Sausage?
Yes.
Okay, there's two kinds.
Which one do you want to do?
Tex check.
What's that?
I think it's like a mix of beef and pork.
Okay.
It's a mix of beef and pork.
Whoa.
Great
Snap
casing.
on that.
Yeah.
Snap on that casing.
Snap's amazing. I like the mix of beef and pork, honestly. Adds
Yeah.
extra flavor.
Absolutely.
Okay, so these are pork ribs.
I know normally do beef,
Yeah.
but they have the pork ones, and like I can't like stop looking at them. Like every time I look, I'm just like, my mind is like ribs right there. I'll take this one because I was touching it before.
Perfect, thank you. Thanks for being super considerate. So tender, so much flavor. I know that everyone gets the beef rib, but I love pork spare ribs. They're so good.
These are terrific. Add a sauce in.
You gnawed on yours weird.
How am I supposed to eat it?
I don't know, it just looks like gnawed on.
Oh, boom, boom, boom. It's like I eat my ribs like corn on the cob.
I have to explain to Joe how to eat food sometimes.
No, you don't. I got this. See, this is how you eat a rib. I don't know where they're getting this meat, but it's absolutely fantastic.
The meat store.
Yeah,
I like these pickles too.
all yours.
They're thick.
We actually about to go to the Franklin one, but the Uber driver just told us like here's awesome, and then he just brought us here, and then we really enjoy it.
Well, that is the perfect segue into our next spot, Franklin Barbecue.
The restaurant is legendary for its lines, which can last for over 3 hours.
Are you kidding me? We're gonna
I
wait in line this
pre-ordered,
long?
don't
Oh,
worry.
My goodness.
I've never waited in this line. It's like I've been to Austin X amount of times. I can't do this.
Yeah, not happening. No way. I'm looking forward to how this food tastes. How about
I'm lukewarm on it.
you? Yo, I gotta get a tank top.
You're
Are you
flying?
taking it to the airport?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm bringing it to my team back in Seattle, Washington.
Wow.
The most delicious rib, literally falling off the bone, as you can see. It's definitely worth it.
We should have brought beer.
Yeah, we should have. I don't know, maybe it's like a Texas thing or maybe an Austin thing, but they're like tailgating, waiting for barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the whole thing, right? It's like you know you're gonna wait, so you might as well bring some beers and hang out and like make it fun.
All right, after all that waiting, we finally got our food.
But there was just one problem.
So you can't eat the to-go orders at Franklin's, apparently.
But you can eat them in your hotel pool,
Yes.
we think.
This is like the most legendary barbecue in Austin, I think. I mean, I didn't want to like it,
Yeah.
you know?
With all the waiting, totally coming into this with a negative attitude, like, oh, you think you're so great because everyone's waiting in line? Let's see how great it is. That is great.
It is. It's just the right amount of everything, the right amount of fat, the right amount of bark. It's amazing.
I gotta go for
Let's
a rib.
rib. Rib it up.
I mean, these ribs.
Whoa. That's really flavorful.
It's perfectly tender. It's falling apart, but it's not like sopping wet.
It tastes rich somehow. Uh-oh. Ah! Bees.
Thank you. Thank you, Franklin's.
Moving on to the sausages. These are the most like smoky looking sausages I think we've seen, honestly. The rest of them have been... I'm putting that in the end.
I've heard of a beehive hairdo, but this is ridiculous.
You have barbecue sauce on your face.
So what? You have bees in your hair.
It looks like more like beef jerky than it does a sausage, you know?
Not to be putting anything down right now, but of the sausages we've had, that isn't my favorite. I like the snap to it. If I don't want to say dry, but it's like a little tough.
It's got a very distinct flavor. It's unlike the other brisket we've had, and I think that if you were to put it in a lineup with some other food, like you would know.
How jiggly that is.
Killing it.
Yeah, dude. Good call on this one. Hey, you want to go jump in the pool?
Yeah, go for it.
Finally, it's over to Leroy and Lewis for some less traditional smoked meats.
They stand out among barbecue spots in Austin by serving pulled pork with crispy chicharron and adding kimchi alongside brisket.
It's really juicy, really tender. Love the way they cook it. Their sides are really awesome. I mean, I feel like barbecue is like one of those like sacred things, but they're trying to do new stuff with it.
Growing up in Texas, and Central Texas specifically, barbecue is a big thing. I eat a lot of barbecue. I like barbecue a lot. I want to eat it as much as I can. I don't want to feel good about the stuff I'm eating, the ranches I'm supporting. We do that with our business. We buy everything from Texas, from local, sustainable ranches, and just try to really push the boundaries on what we can call barbecue.
Often, sourcing sustainably means not always having standard barbecue staples on the menu, but that just keeps things interesting for Evan and his team.
Without even looking at the menu, they'll just order brisket and ribs and jalapeno cheese sausage and coleslaw and potato salad and beans and all this stuff we don't have. But as soon as we carve them off a little piece of the beef cheek, as soon as we give them a little piece of that pulled hog with the crispy skin on it, they're in, man, they're in.
We do not have ribs here.
They don't have ribs?
No ribs.
Why not?
They only source from local farms and places that raise meat sustainably, and perhaps they can't get the ribs they want.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, I appreciate that. I respect that.
Good
It's
for them.
2019. I think the break from tradition for maybe the younger generation is exciting.
What do you want to do first? Brisket?
Brisket, yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
Wow.
I can already notice the difference in the texture of this brisket than the other ones that we've had. Especially the bark is the crispiest, maybe, which I love.
The fat is not as distinct on one part or the other. I feel like it's got like a nice marbling and like fattiness all the way through.
And what is this?
This is the beef cheek. Should we try that?
Yeah, let's do some cheek.
All right.
Let's work together.
Yes, thank you.
Whoa. Whoa. That's incredible. I have noticed that all of these meats, the best meats we've had, have somehow been like defying physics, where they've been really juicy and really tender, yet really put together, and just like not falling apart, not sloppy. No clue in how they do it, but...
Well, I think the key is that you have to let it rest, and that lets the juices kind of like fall back into the meat. Because if you slice something open right when it's finished cooking, all that juice just falls right out.
Yeah.
So resting is key. That's why you see everybody wrapping the meats, and then they unwrap them and slice for service.
I want to try this sausage.
Yeah, me too.
Oh man, the snap. The snap! You're so right. You're so on the money with sausage having to have like that really good snap.
This is almost like crispy snap. It's not like bounce back, it's like crunch. You know what we're missing out on is this kimchi.
I've never had kimchi with barbecue.
I love the pickles and the kimchi, like cuts through the richness of what's going on this plate. Let's talk about this pork, because the skin, like...
That wasn't a crispy skin.
That's crunchy. I love this pork so much because I'm so sick of eating beef.
And now it's time to determine the best of the best.
You know, we've had a lot of really delicious barbecue. I am full of barbecue. I'm sweating from the meat. And today...
And the insane humidity that's out here. It's so hot.
The humidity too.
You gotta pick.
Let's do it.
Let's go. I can see your thing. Hide it. 3.
Ready? 2.
1. Whoa!
Wow!
I can't believe it.
Is that an X or a T?
T. It's good. I'm going off the board. And I'm pretty sure I spelled that wrong. Sorry, Mickelwaits.
Okay, you know what? This is my number 2.
Really?
Yes. I mean, look, this is OG. It was so good. The brisket was great. They had the beef rib every day. The beef rib. Nobody else does that. They all only do it on the weekend.
All right.
I respect the beef rib every day of the week.
Right.
Everything about that place just screamed perfect Texas barbecue to me.
Sure. What I like the most about Mickelwait is they did everything great, and they put their own little spin on it. They didn't reinvent the wheel. They just did their own specific way, and that to me elevated everything. I think with Mickelwait, altogether, everything just works so perfectly. I'm like dreaming about that brisket.
Here's what I'll also say about Louis Miller, the sausage, all beef.
Yeah, good point.
Everything had its own great element, but I think overall, Louis Miller, all beef.
Okay.
Texas, best barbecue.
So I'm gonna go ahead and fold and waffle and say that Louis Miller was the best barbecue. in Austin, Texas.
Look, Mickelwaite's great.
Yeah.
Franklin's is great. Leroy and Lewis is great. They're all delicious, but I think this is the best.
I'm a city slicker. I'll say whatever it takes to get out of a sticky situation.
All right, well, let's go to the airport.
Okay, bye.
Bye.